Fragile, are you here? You're a smart guy. Tell me what I'm building now. Just kidding. End your life in game. Sorry. All right, let's go.
My flesh will never burn.
To Summoner's Rift.
All right. All right. So how the hell do I build into Sheen? Glowing moat. Yo, of course you would pick Kled, you PDF. Okay, anyways, Winter Blessed Hawaii. Okay.
I lost my ship.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, everybody say hi to YouTube. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's it going, everyone? I'm SOLARBACCA bringing you guys today another video, and today we are playing on the PBE. There's a lot of changes, including Gangplank's ult being able to crit is now live on the PBE. There's a poop ton of map changes, and overall, it is absolutely sick. So if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you want to see next, subscribe, and let's do this. So my runes didn't end up getting fixed, but it's okay. So here, right off the bat, Stopwatch has been removed from the game completely, and instead we have triple tonic. So level 3, we gain Elixir of Avarice. I don't know what that is. Elixir of Force, I assume, is AD, and then Elixir of Skill at level 9 is insane for a champion like Gangplank. So we're going to see exactly how those changes affect GP, and let's do it. We're laning against Kled. We're playing with viewers. If you want to be part of the experience, and you want to be in a future YouTube video, follow my stream, twitch.tv/SOLARBACCA. Just tell me you're from YouTube, and we'll give you a nice warm welcome.
The sea has no memory, but I do.
That being said, let's see. We are playing with against our viewers, and with our viewers right now, we're playing against Hawaii. I've never played against this champ in my life. I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't even know it came out. I'm used to leak champs being leaked, so I was expecting to hear about this much earlier. Regardless, our first item is going to be looking like either Lichbane or Essence Reaver, just because they're just solid items to start off with.
One slash, ear to ear.
Yeah, they're just good items to start off with. So I got a pot. So what does this do? Extra on-hit damage to minions. Okay. It applies on my Q. Apparently Sprite is AFK, but that's okay. Hopefully he reconnects. Hopefully he's able to reconnect. So this lasts for a short amount of time and gain gold when this effect expires. That's really good. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get this Elixir of Avarice, and then I guess get a refillable potion. So this gives us 5 haste. This, oh no, this is Glowing Moat. Glowing Moat. So let's look at the crit items right off the bat. Look at Shadowflame. 120 AP, 12 magic pen, magic damage and true damage, critically strikes enemies below 35%, dealing 20% increased damage. So what I'm thinking right now is we bring back an OG build. I'm thinking that we go maybe Trinity Force into AP. It's an old build that I've loved. It's tried and true. But that being said, how much gold did we just get? Did anybody keep count? How much gold did that grant? Was it 50 gold that it granted? Sorry, I probably could have rotated to helper, but I was not paying attention. 40 gold! That's a pretty big deal, especially when we're trying to get towards our... Especially when we're trying to get towards our 1050 gold Sheen now. It's no longer 700 gold, it is 1050. It's how it used to be back in the older days, but, yeah.
Words mean flesh.
I think my companion should be better early. Alright, Malignance or Caster's Companion. As opposed to Essence Reaver or as a second item? There's a lot of new items. We're going to start with either Essence Reaver or Lichbane. I'm thinking Essence Reaver just because Essence Reaver is a solid item overall. Where even if you're going AP, it still does more damage for some reason. Unless Lichbane got reworked. If Lichbane got changed, then that's the only reason why we would do it. But Lichbane as of its current state is terrible. So this makes Sheen how much gold? Sheen is 750 gold when you buy this item, which is pretty good. Alright, there's Malignance and Caster's Companion. So let's look up each of these, respectively. 1 gives you 20 haste for your ultimate right off the bat. So, Riot Games hates us. So, we're going to set this. Okay. 20 haste, damaging a champion with your ult deals damage, burns the ground beneath them. Okay, that's pretty good. And then Companion does gain a shot every 30... I don't know how I feel about Caster's Companion. I'll be honest. I'll try it, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Beautiful. Oh, what is this? Elixir of Force. Drink to gain 20 adaptive force. Okay, that's a little broken. That's 20 AD. This is the equivalent to 2 longswords that we get for just existing. Okay, this is 20 AD for a minute straight. That's 700 gold value. 20 adaptive force is the same as 20 AD. What? That's really broken. Wait, this is really good for clearing waves as well. If you're playing like DMAT GP, I'm pretty sure this will allow you to one-shot the back wave and come level 6. You don't even need level 7. And then level 6, right, gets you to your level 7. Something short, but it's something to note. You can also use this at later stages in the game. I'm gonna use my potions while I have him. And then we're going to use this. Now, I could buy Glowing Moat to get another 5 haste, but I don't know how beneficial that would be for me. I could have just ran back to base and got Caulfield, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't like how many moats are in this build either, by the way. I don't like it. Essence Reaver is still the exact same item. Bro doesn't know what Adaptive Force is. It's 12 AD, not 20. Wait, how is... It says 20 Adaptive Force. I thought Adaptive Force was 1-to-1. Is it not 1-to-1? 0.6 AD. Oh, so it's 12 AD. Regardless, that's still about 400 gold worth of stats that you get for free. So that's pretty good. I guess it's trying to make up for the fact that Stopwatch was a 750 gold item. But the thing is, a whole level of XP is also a lot of gold. 123 to 135. So 13 AD. 13 AD. Pretty good.
Another.
316! That's huge, by the way. That means with Caulfield, you can actually one-shot at level 7. That's insane. That's legitimately insane. With Caulfield, 316, because the next wave should be 318, if I'm not mistaken, or 320, which means at Caulfield and level 8, you can one-shot the back wave. That's really, really good, by the way. Wow. What a great item. A little bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we kill him. We don't kill him. My malignant thing didn't kill him. Probably because D-shield. If I did that quicker, then I'd probably kill him, but it's okay. Oh, poop. Okay, I get Essence Reaver. I actually already had enough gold, I just didn't realize it. This is weird, getting used to Essence Reaver's new item, new purchase. So Essence Reaver's 3k, whereas on the current servers it's either 31 or 29. Does anybody actually know? On current servers, Essence Reaver is not 3k. It's 29 or 3100.
Burn it all down if I can't have it.
29. Okay, so it went up 100 gold, which is fine. So Infinity Edge is not unique. Infinity Edge is not unique, meaning that you could build it along with Navori, if I'm not mistaken. So we could either go AD Gangplank or AP this game. This objective in Baron's, I'm not entirely sure what it does, if I'm being honest with you. I should go tier. If I'm going for max damage, I should definitely go tier. Manamune will give me 100 raw ID along with Infinity Edge and Navori. I can build both. Does anybody actually know? I'm pretty sure I can. Can you go 4 Navori? I don't think you can go 4 Navori. Wait, but if you can stack multiple Infinity Edges, the passive doesn't also stack, does it? I stole it! I got Void Grubs! 150 gold! Elixir of Skill, what is this? Your attacks apply a true damage over time effective structure increased by each stack of the Void. At 6 stacks, you also summon Void Mites. So let's get a skill point for our barrels. Does this mean we also get level 16 faster or no? I don't recall how it works. I don't recall if you actually get 16 faster or if you only get your or if it only gets you W. You get an additional, you just get an additional point. So you still need to be level 16, correct? You still need to be level 16 then. Ignite doesn't get you courage, bro. We've gotten so much gold. Wait, no, back up. Back up now. Still need 13 to have decay? No, I knew that. Because of Kleptomancy, I'm very well aware that you still need 13 for decay rate. But what about level 16?
More powder.
Do you get level 16 at level 15 or no?
Needed that.
Okay, so here we have an option to go tier, or we can go AP. I really want to try these AP items because of how broken they look. So I'm going to start off by getting this Malignant item.
Rampage.
And then if you're wondering what Malignant is, Malignant My Balls. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So thank you guys for watching. Okay, dude, it's so disgustingly quiet. It is so disgustingly quiet, I can't even say this joke without music. Okay. It's been so long since Klepto, but I think your ult is always 6, 11, 16. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that's how it is too. Alright, so with this item, we actually almost have it, by the way. It's very cheap. I love how cheap these items are. I'm definitely in love with how cheap the items are. Because currently, as it stands with AP Gangplank, the items are quite expensive. The items are definitely quite expensive, so it makes it pretty hard to it makes it pretty hard to be able to afford them. Is the increased tower gold in the game already for the PBE? Yes, for live servers, it has not been implemented. It should be implemented this week. Are those void stacks permanent? I believe so. So let's get Malignance. So my ult has just gotten 20 haste. So as you can see, we went from 107 on our ult to 93. That's really good. That's very, very, very good. Now, what's the next item we're going to build with this? We have a few options. We can go Liandry's or we can go straight into Shadowflame. We also have Night Harvester that... What? Okay, we don't have Night Harvester. We don't actually have Night Harvester, as it turns out. Huh.
Hate is a child.
That's fine.
Shut down.
Caster's Companion for the Bomba one-shot? Is Caster's Companion actually good? Gain a shot charge every 3 seconds up to 6. Is this actually good? Does it apply on my ult?
Your team has destroyed.
Does it apply on my ult? If it applies on my ult, I mean, I guess I would take it.
Your team has destroyed.
Is that Gunblade? No, Gunblade is not back in the game.
Words mean nothing.
600 mana though, waste stats? Well, you know what? I want to first build this item ASAP because I want to see how good it is to rush. Shadowflame. I want to see how good this item is to rush. So I'm going to build this first. I need to know where I can buy it and when it's good and if it's good. Because if this is the case, I can definitely see a hybrid build coming along. A very good hybrid build coming along. Beautiful. So that ult field, it hasn't told me how much damage it's done. It's done 61. Whenever you deal damage with your ultimate, burn the ground beneath them for 6 seconds. Dealing 66 plus 6% of your AP magic. So this has done jack shit for me. I'll be honest with you. This item does not look like a good rush. Like, it gives you a lot of ultimate haste. Yes, awesome. But this doesn't seem like a good second item. Like, yes, okay, think of this item as giving you 40 haste on your ult. Damaging a champion with it deals... Oh, and reduces their MR. I mean, yeah, reducing their MR is good, but I don't know if that's good for me as GP. I mean, maybe if it helps with the other items, right, then that would be really sick. But the thing is, right, like, I would need to build a lot of AP, but going Lichbane first is not a very viable option. Did they buff it? I think they buffed Lichbane. Lichbane only gave 90 AP before, but now it gives 100. And they made it 1.5 seconds instead of 2.5. I thought before it was like 2.5 seconds. Okay, Lichbane is kind of nice. The fact that Lichbane gives 100 AP now is actually really nice. That's really, really nice. That's the difference between... that means you only need 2 barrels to one-shot a wave. Previously, you would need 2 barrels... Sorry. Before you would need like 3 barrels. You need 2 barrels and then auto attacks on the melee minions. But now that means you would only need, because of the 1-to-1 scaling with Lichbane, if I'm not mistaken, you would only need two items. So we would want Liandry's at some point. I really want to rush this item, this Shadowflame item though, because I need to see how good it is. Or how bad it is. Okay, that's doing a lot of damage actually. Reducing their MR actually did a lot there. Yeah, we just jumped from 66 to 521. That was actually a lot of damage. This item alone went from 66 to 521 with just an ult. That was actually kind of insane. And now we have Hextech Altar, we have Shadowflame. You know what? This item does seem good. It gives you 40 haste, and since Lichbane's a viable first option, like a legitimate viable first option, it's good. Now, here's where things get a little scary, right? Shadowflame, if you read the passive on it, right, it crits below 35%, meaning that if you were to build something like Essence Reaver with those 2 items and then Infinity Edge and then like Collector or like Axiom, right, you have a really disgusting combination going on. Like, there are so many different ways you can go along with this build. I think one of them could even be Trinity Force. I think Trinity Force is probably better than Essence Reaver, right? I genuinely think Trinity Force is probably better than Essence Reaver if you're going for an AP Bruiser style build, because it means that you get to stay stationary while also beating the crap out of them and staying alive. I think it actually is quite solid. I think Trinity Force with this build can be very, very solid. Essence Reaver is just nice because it gives you 20% crit. It's a nice early game item, and the components are pretty nice. I mean, Trinity now gives great stats as well, but let's go buy our Shadowflame and let's go see how impactful it is. Because if we end up getting them, another thing we have to consider, by the way, is getting them below the threshold. With Essence Reaver, I think you're more likely to get them below the threshold than if you were to go Trinity Force, now that I'm thinking about it in my head. Especially if you're building this item prior, which doesn't do that much damage, but it's really good as a combination. Yeah, Trinity does have a really good build path, especially Phage. Phage has always been a broken item. When people would go Divine Sunderer, the only thing that was good about Divine Sunderer and why it was good to build the components into matchups like Rumble, right? You could build Phage, is because of the passive on Phage, where when you Q someone, you got movement speed. Oh, you used to get health. You don't get that anymore. Oh, shit. Alright, here we go. My ult just crit. Does it tell me how much? It doesn't tell me how much damage it's done. Ah, Riot. But you need to make that a tooltip, man. You really need to make that a tooltip, Riot. You can't just add an item that gives crit and then not do that. Horizon Focus? Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, if I were to think of a full build, right? If I'm out there and I'm thinking, okay, I really want to know what a full build is looking like, then I'm thinking of Liandry's as...
Your team has
honest to God, I don't see Liandry's being better than Horizon Focus. But then at the same time, you have Malignance, right? It's hard to say. We need testing. It's hard to... We need testing, chat. And to people of YouTube, we need testing. There's actually no right answer besides we need more testing. That's pretty much all there is to it. with this being said, we could build Infinity Edge right now. I think Infinity Edge might be the item that we build, and I want to see how much crit we do. Yeah. I do want to try Infinity Edge, but I could try Navori too, because then my abilities deal damage. But the thing is, if my abilities deal damage, right, that doesn't actually change that much, because I only have 40% crit. So if I'm building Shadowflame, which crits, then I want to increase that crit damage. And Navori is not going to do a better job than Infinity Edge at 34%. Because this is a guarantee, whereas this is like conditional. You know what I mean? I think it's better off just building Infinity Edge right now. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But we should be able to do a lot of damage once we complete Infinity Edge. Does IE work on the Shadowflame crit? That's exactly what we're going to test. We can test it in a practice tool, but I promise you it does. I promise you the devs already thought of that, because that's the first thing that would be on a lot of people's minds. So I'm quite confident that it works. On a champion like Kale, I bet she could abuse Shadowflame quite well. Is there anybody who's low? Is there anybody who we can abuse? I don't think there is at the moment. Is Malignance going to be a constant build for GP? I think regardless of the build that you go, as long as you're not going like full crit, then yes. If you're going full crit, then there's more testing that needs to be done for the builds. But I do definitely think that Malignance is a solid build for Trinity and a solid build for crit. Bobby_XD the Prime. This is actually kind of nice because I was a worse player when these items were the way that they were. Like, I was not as good as I am now. But now it's like a revert. It's like we went back in time, except I'm a better player now. Which is kind of enjoyable because it means I get to use these items to their fullest potential. That being said, we do have our ult upgrade for Death's Daughter, which can also crit now, because as you can see from Shadowflame, true damage crits, as long as it's not damage over time. Damage over time is 30%. Just raw crits also work. So what I'm thinking in my head is that when we spawn camp, I want them all to be grouped up, right? And if we spawn camp them, here's what ends up happening. I land a barrel, a 5-man barrel, into an ult, and it should genuinely one-shot. Malignance, Liandry's? Yeah, if you're going Trinity Force, then Malignance and Liandry's is the move. In fact, I think it's Malignance, Liandry's, Shadowflame, IE. I think that's actually the build for Trinity GP, and that's like a genuinely good build on all angles. I love these builds. I used to love them, and I love them now. I love playing these builds in Challenger games, because it always surprises everybody how much damage it does. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's press Q. So everybody should get a buff on the map, right? Yeah, everybody gets blue buff. That's sick, by the way. This is a great change, in my opinion. I think this is a really, really awesome change. The fact that everybody gets the buff is sick. Now, I don't know if it's the same for red buff. I genuinely do not know if it's the same for red buff, but either way, it's fine.
Do I look like
red is the same? Okay, so everybody getting a global blue buff, I do agree with. If everybody got a global red buff, that sounds kind of broken. Okay, so that being said, let's look to fight Kled. Interesting. Did you guys see that? I think that damage was Shadowflame. I think Shadowflame is showing me when it crits. I'm quite confident that was Shadowflame's tooltip damage there. I don't think that was from Malignance, but it's possible that it was from Malignance, but I feel as though it was from... Interesting. Yeah, it's got to give you a big vision bet. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, it's not my fault you joined stream for 10 seconds and leave, guy. Get on, guy. Okay, so another item that we can go is Liandry's as a last item. But dude, there's so many good items. Fuck me, man. I love it. I have been in love. As you guys have been seeing, I have been coping with my current AP build. But with my current build, we can also just go the normal build that I love going as well. We can go Navori, and the Liandry's is so much better now. My build is actually viable now. The old build that I would go... not the old build, but the old build I would go with Navori, Essence Reaver, into Navori, into Liandry's is super valuable now. Or we can do, oh, man, it's so good. It's awesome. I love how many options we have. Regardless, let's buy Infinity Edge and let's go test this out. The items that build from Haunting Guides are pretty good. Yes. And we can also build freaking, I think the build is going to be Haunting Guides for sure. Malignance is a given. 100% Malignance is going to be core on AP Gangplank or Bruiser GP. Liandry's, I think, is also core. I think Shadowflame, I don't want to say it's a meme item, but it's definitely not always going to be built, I think. But Horizon Focus is what I'm really looking at. If I'm comparing the damage between Malignance, which I purchased as a second item, versus Horizon Focus always out-damages Malignance every single day of the week. Now, it gives you 40 haste, yeah, it does. But Horizon Focus gives you 20 haste, which I think is quite solid as well. It was critting him. That was some nice crits. That was some nice crits. Okay. It looks like Infinity Edge does work on this item. But I'm telling you guys right now that I do think Malignance Liandry's is definitely going to be the move. Malignance Liandry's Horizon Focus is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I think that's going to be core. In fact, I'm excited to try it next game. I'm thinking about trying it. Yeah. GG. So yeah, this is game 1 of the PBE. My first thoughts, I think AP Gangplank is going to be the king of mid lane and the king of top lane. Now, I say the king of mid lane first because mid lane you have a lot easier time scaling, and also with the changes to the items, you are as useful as 3 items. 3 items, you are extremely useful. And you can also build an AD item and then build Navori Liandry, or you could build Malignance and Liandry afterwards. So those are both amazing options that I think are just solid. They're just solid all around. I love it.